All right, so we're here at the Rack Shack. We've been getting a lot of requests about heavy arrows. We've been hearing a lot about, better penetration, FOC and everything else. So we're gonna put it to the test.
So we have a 300 spine, full length, 5mm FMJ Easton arrow with a 25 grain outsert or half out. And I believe there's 6 or 7 75 grain inserts in the arrow itself, all glued in, and a 200 grain field point on the end. Obviously an arrow that no one's ever going to shoot, probably. We're going to weigh it right now and see what we come up with grain wise. So it looks like we're just shy of 1180 grains. I don't know exactly what the front of center is, but I know it's somewhere close to 30%, I think is what we came up with on Archer's Advantage. Now we're just going to shoot it off a bow and see if it's really that much better or worse than a standard arrow. So what we're going to put up against our behemoth arrow, our 1180 grain arrow, is a 27.5 inch gold tip Hunter XT 400 spine, pretty standard, 100 grain point, regular insert. And this is going to total out grains 367. So in today's world of heavy arrows, this is a little bit lighter, but that gives you more speed. So this will be a good comparison between speed and weight. The gold tip Hunter XT 400. Full length Easton FMJ 1180 grains.
Did you see it go out?
160. So roughly 120 something feet less.
It came out like this.
Almost half. So now we're going to check penetration into a Reinhardt foam target at 18 yards.
I have to use my 55-yard pin.
Yep, 55-yard pin, 1180 grains.
Where'd that go? Left?
Yeah. So now we're shooting standard 400 gold tip Hunter XT. All right, so we're going to mark the arrows now so we can get an accurate measurement.
Where's the marks at?
Marks right here.
So roughly, it actually looks like the standard, the gold tip, got more penetration on that one. Okay, round 2. Using your 55-yard pin.
Yeah.
So now we'll pull out the Hunter XT first. As you can see, this was the second one. Not as much. So where's this mark at? Oh, same exact spot.
Same exact spot. So round 2, we changed the target. We spun the target to give it a newer face that hasn't been shot.
Now it looks like side by side.
That time the FMJ took it by about an inch.
More.
All right, one more round.
One more round. Yep.
So the FMJ,
Did mine even get less?
Got less.
Getting slower.
So compared to. So now the
yeah.
FMJ was in the same spot, and the Hunter XT penetrated even less that time. And now.
so now we got several inches of difference.
Interesting.
If we take the average. All right, guys, so now we're getting really scientific. We got some real bone from a cow, fresh. Let's see what it does.
Gold Tip Hunter XT 400 spine, 27.5 inch. Okay,
It went in the bone. You can see.
and it deflected off.
And there's deflected off parts of bone.
What'd you say?
That's my arrow.
What happened here? It's coming unfurled.
Keep going. Look at that.
Look at the point, it bent the hole. Now generally shoulder bone's not going to be quite that thick, but we don't have much to work with except some soup bone. Alright, well that arrow's toast. So it's set for 56 yards. This is the 1180 grain arrow at the soup bone.
Go 20.
Bounce off again.
So obviously this is not scientific by any means. Technically this hit on an angle up here. That was the heavier arrow.
This was the FMJ
And that nice deep
Hunter
groove
XT.
is-
You can see some bone chipping in there too.
Yeah, the XT did a lot more damage to bone, which is surprising. But that's why we do these super unscientific studies.
I can't believe.
So, the arrow's dead.
Not survived bone.
What happened to the other one? Oh, the tip was
Just,
bent on the other one and it blew out the knock. But, so I guess equally devastating, but this one was cool. Final results, we got a bent arrow, not completely broken, but it did bend with the insert. This one failed completely. We lost the knock on this one, and it actually split down, started to unfurl. So both arrows did get ruined shooting through the bone. Now that bone is a lot thicker than a shoulder blade would be, but that's what we have in hand to shoot to try and simulate a bone shot. What we came out with was the idea that too much weight can be a bad thing and too little weight can be a bad thing. I guess it all depends on your draw length, your draw weight, the speed of the arrow. This arrow is going roughly half as fast as this arrow, which isn't that bad considering it was like 3 times more weight-wise. I would say having all the grains isn't always the best thing. I know people get carried away with that. I would say that trial and error is going to be your best bet, but you want to stay somewhere happy medium. You want speed and you want weight.